Okay, so who wants to tell me what they do as their business? Who's entrepreneur? Yes? What do you do?
I'm a professional spoken word artist, and I'm a teaching artist, so I teach spoken word in different schools,
Okay.
Rikers Island,
Wow.
different organizations, and I host and curate events.
Okay, what do you do?
I'm the one that helps people sleep at night by putting benefits in place for their families as well as their generations to come.
Oh wow, okay, that's important. We need sleep. I know I need more sleep. What do you do?
You know how entrepreneurs struggle to market and promote their business?
Mhm.
Well, what I do is I help them to promote their businesses online with digital marketing services.
That's really important. Like it was said earlier. I think Sharon mentioned it earlier. You can't have a business in this day and age without social media. It's like, shooting yourself in the foot. And also, I don't know if it's possible because that's how I started. So let's get into it. Let's talk about me, who I am, and why I'm here. So my name is Brenda Gonzalez. I own my own business called Style by B. I'm a personal stylist and fashion stylist. This is something about me. I've been styling professionally for about 5 years. So I attended FIT in New York City, which is not far from here. I have a bachelor's degree in marketing, and I put some of my coursework there. I'm a busy mother of two, and I started styling professionally after a 15-year career in the insurance industry. So I spent a lot of time. I know I look young, but I'm not as young as you. I'm not as young as you think. So I spent a lot of time doing a lot of things that other people wanted me to do and looking how other people wanted me to look. So they're like, I'm first generation American as well. I'm half Jamaican and half Panamanian. So my family, you got Jamaican? Jamaicans are the loudest. Yes. Did y'all see the Bob Marley movie?
Yeah.
It was good, right? All right, so I'm first generation American. So our values as Caribbean people is like go to school, get your education, work hard, sometimes too hard. I've had a lot of jobs in my life. I've had like 4 jobs at one point, just doing all kinds of things. So I did everything everybody wanted me to do. They're like, get your education, get married, have the baby, buy the house, go to, work, get a good job with good benefits. And I did all the things everybody else wanted me to do. I talk about that in my book. You can scan here to get a copy of that. Everything everybody wanted me to do, but I wasn't being true to myself. So in 2019, that's when I started my business. 6 months later, I got divorced. For a number of different reasons, and then there was 2020 that happened, and it really had me put things into perspective. So that's when I learned that this is the thing that I'm going to be doing for the rest of my I know, where's the police officer? Somebody was here.
Yeah.
There you go. And this is your 3rd career, but I'm hoping I'm 2 and done. I'm hoping it's gonna be 2 and done for me. I don't know if I want to go past this. So this is my passion. This is actually my client. I'm styling for a photo shoot, which is one of the things I do as a personal stylist. Besides help women get and men, I style women and men, help them get their lives together with branding and, looking like they want to, looking like their business. So here we go. So fun fact, I actually did both the same day. So I'm a really hard worker. This day was probably about a 16-hour day for me. Between my photo shoot, my client's photo shoot, I paid very great attention to details, and I'll tell you about that. So this is some of the work that I've done. This here was actually my very first photo shoot. I had like 40 followers on Instagram. I reached out to this modeling agency. You gotta kick indoors when you're an entrepreneur. I'm sure a lot of you know that. Nobody's gonna hand you anything. Nobody's waking up in the morning thinking about how to give you a job. Go out looking for it. Go out looking for the opportunities. Look for connecting with people who are like-minded like you, events like this, networking, and talk about your business. I got this job because I talk about my business and my digital marketing, and I'm out there hitting the streets and everything. So I try to show you different types of, there's more on my website, stylebyb.net. But these are just different things from my portfolio that I have done to build my brand. And this year I actually produced my first show for New York Fashion Week. This is part of it. So I did my first show for New York Fashion Week for a professional organization who actually saw my branding, and they saw the work that I've been doing, what you just saw. And they're like, I think you could do a fashion show for us. I think you could do creative directing for the fashion. I'm like, of course, I've done creative directing. That's amazing. Of course I'll help you. Yeah, so they saw my website. They saw everything that you saw before. It's clean, it's cohesive, it's pretty, it's pink, it's feminine, it's professional, not too provocative. And that's my brand. As you see, I have I'm very conservatively dressed. You know, I always have like the middle part in the bob, like that's my personal brand. And you know, they wanted something that looked like that. So we're getting a little sexy somewhat, but not too crazy. Nothing too crazy. So let's talk about your personal brand. How can we make it so that your look is consistent with the thing that you are selling? Whether that be skincare, whether that be services to help people with security so that they can sleep better. Regardless of what it is, we want to make sure that your brand looks like the thing that you are selling and that is consistent across the board. So first thing, we're going to get into personal branding, how to align with your target market, and crafting your brand identity. So those are the 3 things we're going to cover today. Now, 30 minutes, I was told I have 30 minutes, but if you have questions, just write it down because this actually is going to go pretty fast. So next. Okay, so personal branding is a intentional strategic practice in which you define and express your value proposition. So value proposition is the thing that makes you different from everybody else. For me, I noticed that a lot of stylists focus on just getting you dressed, but I'm like, because of my background, I understand things holistically. I'm a mom, I have a postpartum body. I understand that there's like a psychological aspect in getting women dressed and also men wanting to look a certain way and be presentable. My audience is women like you, women and men like you, entrepreneurs that are starting something new. They're like, I don't know my path, like I know what I want to do, but I don't know how to get there or how that physically is gonna look. So branding allows your image and reputation to speak for itself. So a lot of it should come from your personal branding, from like your digital, for me, social media, your website, your in-person presentation, making sure that everything always looks the same. You always look like that part of you. Now we can be a lot of things, but what I want to focus on is the thing that makes you you and the thing that makes your business specifically unique. Does everybody know what their unique value proposition is for their business? Not yet? Okay. Yes? Yes. The thing that makes you have purple hair. Do you always have purple hair?
No.
Oh man, it was cute though. Because sometimes some people that's their brand. You know, that's like that thing about you that we always see. We can all go to, you know, wherever and pick up business clothes, but there's a specific look that defines you and there's a specific look that speaks only to you as a person. So we all have a personal brand whether you know it or not. And my example for this is like, if I were to tell your friends and your family a story about you, would they believe it? Would they be like, if I say you did this or you did that, would they say like, this sounds like Cheryl? That sounds like something she would do. Or would they be like, that's not her. That's not her, she wouldn't do that. I know you lying, like that's not her. So that's your brand, that thing that people know you for, whether you like to cook, you like to, you know, make your own products, whether you like to socialize, you're always out, that's a career, by the way. Dress well, whether you like to teach, you're always looking for certain teaching methods to show people new things. You know, that is your brand, and we're going to use that to translate it to your business. All of you have businesses for a reason because you're passionate about something, and part of you resonates with that. You know, even the vendors, like you're passionate about something. You're passionate about fashion, you're passionate about skincare. You're passionate about teaching people how to get in the right mental mind frame. Like you're passionate about something, and we're going to use that, your personal life experience. We're going to translate that into what your brand is, and then we're going to make you look like that. So let's see, how well is your brand? Okay. My personal example, here, I'm dancing for likes, 2020. You know, in 2020, we were all home in the pandemic, and I was like, I'm just gonna make some videos of me dancing. You know, we pointed to here's 3 ways to wear a dress, and then I point to the 3 ways to wear the dress, and, you know, here we go, everybody, let's walk through it. Like, you know, that whole thing. And there wasn't very much conversion. Surprisingly enough, conversion is like conversion to sales. Like, how many inquiries did I get from my target market that resulted in me getting paid? So I was doing a lot of work, I was making a lot of content, I was pouring a lot of my time into this look, which, you know, it's okay. Yeah, I would wear that. You know, it's okay, but it wasn't speaking to my target market. My target market are professional women like you. My target market are executives, C-suite executives, entrepreneurs, people looking to make their footing in a professional setting. This was not that. So I learned that from experience. That you have to look like, now if my target market was like an influencer market, like a Gen Z, you know, children looking for cheap clothes or, you know, looks for less, that type of thing, this will be on par with that. So there isn't really a right way, there isn't a wrong way, there's a way for you. There's a lane for you to do what you need to do. So here, I rebranded earlier last year, and that's what I look like. I'm not a suit person, so I picked a suit dress. You know, so I had to be true to myself. I would love to say like a professional, because of my target is professional women, you would automatically think, oh, I have to wear a suit. You don't have to wear a suit. You don't have to wear what you don't want to wear. You don't have to be somebody you don't want to be. If it's too stiff for you, don't wear it. If you're like, I like dresses, but I don't know how I look in it, we'll find something that fits you and speaks to who you are as a person. Okay, so how to align with your target market. Okay, so think of a clean, polished version of you that is consistently looking and talking the same, an alter ego. So you might be a little shocked, but this is not exactly who I am. I'm gonna morph it to somebody else. No, this is like what you're seeing and what you have seen with my branding is a very clean, feminine, polished look for me. Normally I'm running around with my kids in like a hoodie and sweatpants, and you know, I don't look anything like this. And my true self is I love streetwear. I love streetwear fashion. I love mixing, matching. It's very easy, it's very casual, but I know that my target market does not resonate with that look. So I look like how my target market looks. Like they want to look at fashion, they want a clean image, polished look, conservative, longer hemlines, higher necklines, you know, in a lot of cases, but still fashionable. Like I said, I'm also a mom, so I have, you don't see it, I'm hiding right now. But you know, a lot of my target market are mothers, and we have a little pouch, like how do I conceal that and still dress like I want to dress? You know, I do plus size women as well. Like how do you dress a plus size body to be on trend, but still true to your own style, true to your body type, and everything like that. So there are different ways to create different alter egos of yourself. Create different versions of yourself that make sense to who you are and also what you're trying to convey. If you have like a skincare brand, maybe you want to pick certain brand colors that are in line with your brand, that you might want to do some market research. That's my marketing degrees back here, but you might want to do a little market research to see what is it that your audience is looking for from a skincare person. You know, for my example, I do photo shoots, right? So what I see a lot with skincare when they do their branding photo shoots is very white. It's very clean, just the products, maybe you see a leaf in the background. Like you want to be consistent with whatever the industry standard is that you are trying to convey. If you're a chef, I need to go down your timeline for your Instagram and I need to see food, pictures of food that you cooked, food that you prepared. I don't want to see pictures of your pool. You know, I don't want to see, you know, people love, I know you love your kids. I love my kids, but I have pictures of your kids all the time. Where's the food? Like, if you're a chef, if you have this business, everything has to look like your business. It has to be consistent. That goes into industry consistent clothing. Be authentic to your personal style. Don't wear anything that makes you look stiff, because after a while you're gonna get tired and you don't want to pretend anymore. You're gonna be like, this look isn't for me. I know I'm supposed to wear, like, you know, I'm just saying, like bright colors and patterns, but I don't feel comfortable like this. Like, be who you are. You can be conservative and still convey your message. You can be fashion forward and still convey your message. It just has to be consistent and it has to feel like you. Okay, so I talked about your website, your social media, digital marketing, and in-person interactions. We're gonna, you know, again, just think of like some of the things that, you know, that resonate with you and your brand. Like, okay, so let me ask some questions. Who of you have brand colors? Okay, what's your brand color?
Red.
Red, okay, what's your brand color?
Green and blue.
Green and blue? What's your brand color, Dr. Neva?
Blue.
Blue, okay, what's your brand color?
Purple.
Purple, what's your brand color?
Neutrals, so like brown.
Neutrals, okay, and you're wearing neutrals, okay. All right, what's your brand colors?
Turquoise and pink.
Turquoise and pink, okay, you're wearing it, okay, okay. What are your brand colors? Turquoise and orange, okay, well, you're very fashionable. I like your style. So it's really important to have an identity of what your brand colors are. What is your thing that connects you to your brand? Another thing that connects you to your brand is style. So I said skincare. I'm gonna show you in a second. So I have some real life examples. I have celebrity examples. So establishing yourself as an expert in your field, that is my marketing brain talking. You're gonna wanna do a lot of tutorials, like, and I'm speaking to social media, I know somebody's coming on, but you're gonna wanna do things that are in line with your brand consistently. So if you have, like I said, you're a chef, you wanna start doing things with your chef out. Take pictures with you cooking, take pictures with you, you know, doing things like that, wearing appropriate clothing. I don't wanna see a white t-shirt, like you're in your house, like, you know, make it look intentional. You have to be more intentional about everything you do and every move you make. You know, when I just started, I didn't have a lot of time. It was the pandemic. Even 2021, I didn't have a lot of time. I'm a mother, I'm a single mother. I have 2 boys. 13 and 7 if you want to know. So they're very active and they keep me very busy. So I made it my point to every time I leave my house, I'm taking pictures. If you are a chef, you can cook in your house. You know, there is also a thing like if you have a beauty brand, you can buy something called a light box and take pictures right on your kitchen counter. You know, you don't even have to leave. Get a you know, right? Get a professional camera. I bought what's that camera? It's EOS Canon camera. Get a Canon camera, get a light box, take pictures of your products if you have products. If you have services, you need to make stuff up, okay? So how I started also is I got my friends and my family to style them and do things. Get your friends and your family and provide the services to them. And then that's when you have the photo opportunities to take the pictures, put the reviews on your website. So that's how you start something from nothing, essentially. And then you'll start getting the paid clients, then you can take more pictures, post like all the pictures you saw, they trickled in for me. Like it was one with my cousin, right? They don't know that's my cousin, I'm not gonna tell them that. So, and then I'll just post like, oh, here's my happy client, and then they're like, hey, I like that. I was like, I know you do, like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, let's see what we can do for you. So, and then they started trickling in, the next thing you know, it's like, I have so many, I have over 10 photo shoots posted on my website, stylebyv.net. And even more that I didn't post, because I respect people's privacy. I did a Christmas photo shoot with my cousin and husband. He's not a social media person, so we didn't want the pictures, and I respect that. So, but I've done more. You know, there's always more. If people, you know, don't want to cooperate, that's right. That's fine. There's always more. Blogging, social media, podcasts, position yourself as a thought leader. That's by creating work, like I said. And then you'll get paid work, and then you post that, and then you're always making a point to talk about your business, promote your business, position yourself as that expert so that you can go ahead and get more paying clients. Okay, this is what a strong personal brand. This is my examples I was telling you. So who knows SJP, Sarah Jessica Parker? Yes, who remembers her from Sex and the City? All right, so Sarah Jessica Parker has a brand, and her brand is very fashion forward. She's like a fashion icon. And every time I see her, she looks like this. She always looks consistently the same. I never see her not caring, even though I'm sure she has at moments, but she doesn't leave the house, as far as I can see. She's always very consistent, very fashion forward. You always see her looking like this. And that's her personal brand that she's built so that when people approach her for fashion deals, like it makes sense. Like if I heard that, you know, Saks had a partnership with Sarah Jessica Parker, I'd be like, that makes sense. That makes sense for her because that is the brand that she's built for herself. AOC. Who knows AOC? My girl from the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx. Anybody from the Bronx in here? No? Yay! So my girl from the Bronx, AOC, she's a politician. So obviously she's not going to look like Sarah Jessica Parker. She's going to look like something that is industry specific for her. Some of you might resonate with this kind of conservative style. You can be fashion forward and conservative at the same time. You can be fashionable and conservative at the same time. You can do that with color blocking, like here, not color blocking, but you can do monochrome. This is a tactic to be fashion forward without doing too much. She actually got flack for this suit right here. This suit was $3,000, and the press was like tearing her apart. Like, oh, this suit is too expensive. Where's she getting the money from? Is she stealing? Like, you know, so it has to make sense. But her look is very consistent. It's very polished with something industry specific of a politician. Industry specific of somebody that is a more professional person. Marcus Samuelson, he has a restaurant out in Harlem called Red Rooster. He is a chef. Every picture, if you Google him, every picture is like this. He's always taking pictures, cooking. He looks like he's training. We don't know if he set this up, but it looks like his restaurant in the background. But still, you can create content for yourself based on what you do. He's very loud. He's very loud. He's very bold. He's very fashion forward. It seems like he's speaking to a crowd that's like a hipster. I can see him anywhere in Brooklyn, like Bed-Stuy, like, the gentrified version. But yeah, I can see him anywhere of these hipster spots. Like, he looks like he has a younger audience. He loves hats. These two know, but he loves this kind of hat. He wears it all the time. He loves hats, and it feels like it's very specific to him. Like, he told the stylist, I need a hat. Where's my matching hat? Like, that's something that he loves, and he takes time to incorporate that in every way he can. George Clooney, I love George Clooney's movies. I love Ocean's 11. It's one of my favorite movies. he's very conservative, and to me, it's like he's giving like old money, you know? He's giving like finance professional, like this is what he's giving to me, like, but honestly, if you are a finance professional, this is how you wanna look. You don't wanna look like Marcus Samuelson, because who's gonna take you seriously? You want people to take you seriously based on your industry. If you are an industry that has more flexibility, like entertainment, you know, you wanna use those liberties if you can. If you have like a media company or something that is entertainment adjacent, that's where you can, you know, show off your style a little bit. But this is like finance professional, accountant, somebody that has to network with people who make important decisions that are conservative. You know, you want conservative people to take you seriously if that is your industry. Floyd Money Mayweather. Now, I love how he dresses. I actually am more of the flashy type. I love name brands, and I love this situation. So you don't see, this is Gucci. Everyone has a name. So this is MTM, this is Gucci, this is Fendi. That jacket was rumored to be $25,000. The media was blowing up for that one because like, how can he wear 20? He's wasting money. Like he's fine. Mayweather, I'm not worried about Mayweather's money. He's fine. But this is like his style. This is like his brand. He dresses very well. He dresses very well, very polished, but he has a flair. Like everything he does has a flair to it. Like the name brands, if you zoom in, the loafers are also Gucci. He's very consistent with the fact that he loves luxury items. If that is your thing, that is your thing. So, and he has the money, you know, so that is his thing. He's an entertainer. He's in an industry where this is perfectly fine. If not, it's pushed. And that's something that you can see he's very consistent in his style. He's very consistent in his brand. Okay. 3 quick hits to develop your brand. So this is how we're going to develop your brand. First, cultivate a brand story. I know Sharon talked about that a little bit. But brand story, why are you like this? What is your why? Like, why are you doing it? Making money is not enough. If you're saying, I have to start a business because I want extra, that's not enough. Why are you really doing this? What is your passion? Who do you want to help? And we're going to look like those people in your target audience that you want to help. I want to help professional women. A lot of people ask me about celebrity styling. I've tried it. I don't like it. Because it's not as personable as dealing with real women. When you can help them transform their thought process on how they think about themselves, how they think about their bodies, what they think they can and cannot wear. If you do get a stylist, if I do have the pleasure of working with you and I tell you to try something on, please try it on. Try it on, give it a try, and to me the transformation is more impactful than working with a celebrity who's playing a character, so to speak. So they are the Mayweather and the, you know, these other people that have characters that they're playing. But the, you know, real people, real women, real men are very easy for me to impact. So I dress like my target market. Develop the style of your alter ego that matches your brand vision, not necessarily where you are now. So when I started, I struggled with it because I'm like, I know I do a luxury service. So personal styling is a luxury service. Everybody can't afford personal styling, but the right people can. The right people who have value in their brand, value in their time, value in their vision, they can afford it. So how I did is kind of like a cheat code. For me, I'm going to tell you my secret, okay? I love Saks Off Fifth. That's my favorite store. So the shoes I'm wearing now, I don't know if you guys heard of that. Loafer Randall? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? See, these shoes are $400. Oh, you have them too?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm like, girl, let me see your shoes. So these shoes are $400, but I got them for $130. So I shop at Saks. I go to clearance. It might take you a little bit more time if you don't have that much money to start with. But there are ways to look like money without having the actual money. You know, there's ways to find deals and bargains. Like Sharon gave out a lot of free resources to help you get your brand off the ground. You're going to seek out free resources to help you get your brand off the ground. There's something called something about the population, for the population. It's a website. No, not Dress the Pop. Is it Dress the Population?
Well, no, that's a brand I like.
Oh yeah, I do. I know that brand. I'm like, Dress the Population. I know is in Nordstrom. I worked there for 2 years. But it's like Ask the Population or something like that. I'm gonna get that information. But it's a website you can ask questions about what are people in your industry asking for, and that's what you do. That's a shortcut to kind of get the information that you need without speaking to 100 people.
Is it Answer the Public?
Yes, Answer the Population. There we go. Write that down.
Answer the Public.
Answer the Public?
Yeah.
Okay, Answer the Public. Okay, there we go. Check out that website, Answer the Public. You can ask it questions about like, what are people in my industry looking for? You can even ask them, what do they look like? What do they value? Like, and then you be whatever that is. Like, For me, I know my customers, when I started, I didn't know this, and then I got a job at Nordstrom. My customers shop in Nordstrom, they shop at Saks, Neiman Marcus, these types of stores. So then I got a job there. I'm like, let me go talk to these people and see what's going on. So you want to be in the position that you want to be, and that will help you develop your brand as well. You're going to start to talk the talk, walk the walk, look the look, understand exactly what's going on, and that's going to help you be more consistent and eventually getting sales, because what we're looking for now is conversions. So we're getting the clients, you're going to get your brand, and then eventually you're going to start converting a little bit easier than if you didn't have this in place. So for the example that I give, I get a lot of jobs and I get a lot of sales because people look at my social media, they look at my website, and then they see me in person, and it's all consistent. Like, I can be in bed sleep. I've gotten bookings in my sleep. You know, people booking from my website, they're like, oh, I like what you're doing. I want to talk to you. I like what you're doing. I want to see what it is that you can do for me. So that's ways to work less and make more. I know I'm Jamaican. I have a lot of jobs, but I'm also really lazy sometimes, and I want to get to the end without going through all these hurdles. So if people know who you are and what it is you're about, without you having to speak to them, that's the best thing. And you even meet people in person at certain events, and they're like, oh, I like you, and then they follow up. The follow up, and you guys know that, you know, from doing networking events. The follow up is where you're gonna get the connection. So they follow up and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're about. Now I don't have to spend so much time, like hours and hours like I did when I started, trying to convince people what it is I can do when I can just show you. I can just show you what I do, and my branding is consistent all the way through. So tailoring is also a shortcut. So you got your alter ego, dress like the audience you want to attract. Well, polish is always a must. For women, you have to get your, you know, when you're doing your professional pictures and when you're making your content, whether it's, you know, you actually creating it or whether you are actually in the job doing the job, you know, try to make sure that your makeup's done, your hair is done. I don't make the rules, I'm just saying. Like, with women, there is a double standard. You have to have the whole thing. Your nails are together, no chip nails. You know, everything has to look like a clean, cohesive package that somebody would want to pay for. Quality tailoring goes a long way. So this is underrated, but when you get a garment from the store, most things need to be fitted. So don't feel bad if you get something and it's like, oh, this is bungee here. It's not you. The way the clothes are made, you have to kind of get it tailored to fit your silhouette, especially suit jackets, any type of structured dresses. That will help you get the polished look that you're looking for without doing much. So the last one is to book your wardrobe styling package with me. I had to do it. Okay, so this is my wardrobe styling package. So it provides a transformative experience to help you change your outlook on life. I know I mentioned, you know, dressing for your body type, finding styles that fit you. Whether you're conservative, we can make you look conservative if that's your style. Fashion forward, we can make you look fashion forward. If you're somewhere in the middle, we find whatever style it is that's true to you. For all my busy entrepreneur women, I do shopping for you. So I do personal shopping, I get you brand new outfits, you know, and I help you interchange them into your closet. So it's really full service. We are not celebrities, we wear our clothes all the time. So I help you do that. I help you interchange the new outfits with the ones in your closet. We do a closet cleanse, and we make sure that everything you have in your wardrobe cohesively moves with you wherever you go, wherever you are called to be. Now, I'm not talking about to the supermarket, to run errands with your kids. I'm not talking about the family barbecue. I'm talking about when you have to show up for your networking event, for your speed engagements. That's what, okay, I'm going. Last one, photo shoots. Last one, that's my photo shoot package. So I do branding photo shoots. I've done a ton of them. So if you're looking for personal branding to get your brand on deck, online, in line with whatever your image is, I have experts as well. I can provide you makeup artists, hairstylists, photographers, venues. Tell me when you want to do the photo shoot and I'll get it done for you. So that is it. Thank you. And I also have a free download. If you have a pen, go to this website, stan.store, STAN.store /IMSTYLEDBYB, and you'll get a free download. It's a free closet remix guide, 5 steps to remix your entire closet with what you have. So, thank you all.